Guys, what's going on? Welcome to another one. Diddy trial. We have a mystery witness that is set to testify tomorrow. I will be in the building tomorrow. I got a little bit of exclusive information for you, just so that no misinformation will get out there. So I got some exclusive information on what's going on in the drama and everything at the court building, and because I know all the players out there, so I'm coming to you with some exclusive information here. All right. First and foremost, there was a little bit of drama inside the courtroom today. So we'll get into that. We're going to talk about that. Diddy's financial officer testified. I did see him yesterday. Nobody recognized him. I recognized him yesterday. And yeah, I saw him yesterday. He had a suit on and he had walked out. Right after the family walked out, he walked out, and he just kind of walked off. And I was like, "Yo, it's something up with that guy." But he didn't. He testified, did his thing, and got off the stand. But everybody is reporting that, and I also upload a video of and we call her the crazy. We call her the MTA lady. I don't want to call her crazy, but we call her the MTA lady. So we're going to get into the MTA lady in a second. And the reason why we call her the MTA lady is because she worked for the transit system in some capacity. She wears the uniform and everything. And I know she worked for them because I saw her when she was sitting next to me. I saw her. I read her ID. So she for sure works for the MTA. That's not a lie. But I'm going to tell you what I have observed. I feel like I'm in a movie, man. And I feel like everybody is put in place for a reason. And I feel like it's a movie. And I feel like, I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm out of place because it's like a movie, being scripted. This is a script. That's what I think. I can't tell you why I feel that way, but trust and believe something explosive is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, I shouldn't even use them kind of words, explosive. But all right, so let's get into. I'm gonna give you a little backstory on the MTA lady. So today she got kicked out of the courtroom. This is not the first time she got kicked out of the building, but today she made it into the Diddy courtroom. Okay, she made it into the Diddy courtroom and set it off, yo. She just set it off, man. And Diddy turned around. He was in shock, but he was kind of shaking his head at her though. Like, okay, I understand. Because she said, yo, Diddy, they laughing at you. You know what I'm saying? They laughing at you. They laugh. And look, she trying to snitch on everybody. Talking about they laughing at you in the overflow rooms. I'm gonna tell you right now, nobody is laughing in the overflow rooms. We sitting there taking notes. We sitting there discussing stuff amongst each other. There's certain things within the trial that is funny, but we're not sitting there laughing at Diddy. So my thing is, who sent her? Who sent you, man? Who sent her? You know what I'm saying? Like, who sent her? That's what I'm trying to find out. Who sent her, man? I feel like she was sent to cause a distraction and try to get people kicked out of the courtroom. I think that's why she was sent, man. Like, that's the only thing I could think of, unless she just got a problem. But the thing is, she worked for the MTA. And she hides her she when she's on video, she hides her ID so you can't see it. She hides her ID so you can't see it for a reason, because she don't want to be reported to the MTA. And but she has a union job though. She has a union job, so it's gonna, you got to go to the union to get her fired. So that's going on right there. But there's a concerted effort to hush people up and not really get the true word out there, which is scary for Diddy. It's scary for him. Because the people that's like getting like the most views and stuff like that, they're against them. I'm just telling you that right now. That's 100. That's 100. You got a person that's not even there that's getting thousands of views because he's against Diddy. He's against him. And I've noticed it. This is set up. He in trouble. I'm just gonna tell you all that. He's in trouble. This is a setup. He in trouble, yo. Straight up. If this is a setup, he's really in trouble. Because I'm telling you, I'm there. I'm like on the soil. And I'm telling you that something don't seem right. That's for sure. You got people trying to distract. She's not the only one. That's a distractor out there. She's not the only one. But in order for me, how do I get through? Because I'm kind of like out of the way. You know what I'm saying? And I look like I don't fucking play. So don't get in my face. I look like it. I do. I look like it. And I'm really quiet. And I stay out of the way. And I handle myself a certain way. That's why I'm able to stay safe. Because it's crazy out there. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I'm telling you 100% for a fact, I feel like something's going to happen out there. I do. So I'm watching, trust me, I'm watching my back. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching my back. But it's just because there's lunatics out there. You know what I'm saying? I was just in Washington Square Park yesterday. It's a bunch of, man, they need to bring back insane asylums or something. I don't know. They need to bring back something. It's a lot of craziness. It's the devil is busy right now. That's what I could tell you. But she's not the only distractor. So what happened was she's sitting up there telling Diddy she lying. We're not laughing at him in the overflow room. So why did she tell him that? She told him misinformation, and now he probably gonna think that now. He's probably gonna think people are laughing at him in the overflow room, and that's not true. Because he kind of shook his head like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not laughing at him in the overflow room. We just sitting there. But I just want to say this for them. They need to ban her from the building. Like, ban her from the building because she keep coming back in. Like, they kicked her out with that whole Gene Deal situation. They kicked her out for that. Now, I heard that, I don't know. What's his name trying? I'm going to get to that in a second. He trying to get Gene banned from the building. But I'll get to that in a second. But she's always in the mix. She's sitting up there lying. Nobody's laughing at him in the overflow room. Sometimes there's certain things that happen in trial that is funny. That's what I'm telling you. Make sure y'all give me a like. That'll be greatly appreciated. That helps me out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm gonna chill for a minute. So I can rock out with some likes real quick because I'm giving y'all some exclusives. So I'm just gonna hold off for a minute. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing all right? Hope everybody doing well. Like I'm sitting here. I'm like the observer. I'm like I play the background. There's a photo circulating. You can see me in the background. I'm just literally in the background with my camera, just recording everything. I said that's what I was gonna do. I said I was gonna stick around when court is over. I'm just gonna just observe stuff, and I'm observing a lot of stuff as I do that. Because usually I just make a beeline for my car, but now that I'm kind of lingering around, I'm seeing a lot of stuff, yo. I feel like people are paid actors, yo. I feel like I see some crisis actors out there. It's just crazy. I'm not saying she a crisis actor. I'm just saying she probably just somebody that she just came to distract. But here's one thing that I peeped about her, though. If you go look at my video, I had the video on her for a reason. She's well put together, meaning that she's not homeless. And I'm like, what's really her story? Why is she out here? Because she's not crazy. She's not. Like, why? I think she's literally trying to distract. For whatever reason, I'm not sure. I'm not with her. I'm not sure what her story is. But what I want to tell people is if you're out there, just ignore her. Just ignore her. She'll get in your presence, but she don't get in your face. You know what I'm saying? It's like she walks the tightrope with you. All you have to do is just ignore her. Um, but she is targeting people. She's targeting certain people. Hold on a second. Yeah. Um, she is targeting certain people. She is. She's targeting certain people. And so that's what's happening right now. She got, just to let you know, she got Tisa today too. She got her too. But Tisa wasn't trying to hear it though. And Tisa got some size to her. So she not getting in Tisa's face. I'm telling you she's not. I'm not sure if it's the heels, but Tisa's kind of tall. And she's just not, I'm telling you, she just you could tell she got another side to her. She's just not gonna get in her face like that. But she's targeting people. And I'm just kind of watching her from afar. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like observing and all that kind of stuff. I feel like she was sent, for sure. Sorry about that. So yeah, I feel like she was sent, but I can't really prove it. And they also earlier the attorneys. Remember I told you can't say certain things in court. I mean, when you make these videos, remember I said you can't, if a person has a pseudonym, you can't say her name. Well, the U.S. attorneys, they call somebody out. I'm not gonna say who the person they called out, but some people know who he is. But I don't think he'll be coming up in the courtroom no more. So that's just what it is right there. He's not gonna be coming up in the courtroom no more. Some people just don't know how to act. So yeah, some people just don't know how to act, man. So that's what's going on right there. Um, yeah, the U.S. attorneys called it out. They said, "Listen, man, we got this one person that said Mia's name, and the judge got that person. That person ain't coming back." And so yeah, you said the Kardashians are connected to. I'm not saying she getting paid from Diddy's camp, but I'm not sure why she there. She's there. She's there to distract. Well, basically, I know why she's there. She's there to distract. So what I did yesterday, I purposely watched her, and you could tell she was getting. You could tell she was getting uncomfortable because people were watching them, and I was pointing at her. I said, "Yo, look what she's doing. Look at her moves. She's really there to distract." And it's like getting worse. Actually, she's turning it up a notch. I guess somebody told her, you ain't going hard enough. You actually got to go harder. She going hard, man. She for sure is. Um, so we heard from the guy that used to work at the hotel. He was the one with the video. He was the one that met with Diddy because Diddy he called him and was like, "Listen, I need that hotel video, right? I need that hotel video." And he paid for it. He paid $100,000 in cash. In fact, he told the guy when he was walking, when he was walking out, because he gave that guy the cash in a brown paper bag. He said, "How are you going to spend this money?" That's what the guy said. He said, "Make small purchases." So Diddy was telling him, "Don't make big purchases because that'll go, that'll alert people if you make a big purchase in cash." So they're trying to establish the criminal enterprise. That's what they're trying to establish by that story. So, but here's the situation though. He signed a non-disclosure agreement with Diddy, but his attorney pointed out, Brian Steele, within that non-disclosure, it didn't say that you couldn't talk to the law, but as long as they're notified first. So some people saying there's it's like a technicality there, but when it comes to a criminal situation, he can talk to the feds. That he can straight, even though he's signed a non-disclosure, it doesn't stop you from talking to the feds if there's a criminal case. All right, but so Diddy made him sign a non-disclosure and took his license, took a picture of his license and everything, and then he walked off with the money. And then he told Diddy that was the only copy on the cloud. So here's the question: how did they get that video though? How did CNN get it? Because they lied to him, saying that was the only video in the cloud. Basically, they copied a video. So what Diddy should have done was he should have went to the server room himself and deleted the video off the server and deleted the video off the cloud if it's going into the cloud. Or he could have said, if the video leaks, I'll sue you or something. There's no way he could have. There's no way he could have avoided that. There's no way. Not with technology now. Maybe back in the 1980s, maybe. With analog technology, maybe, but not anymore. Not with digital. But he paid him this money for this video, for him to have the only copy of the video. So they're trying to establish that criminal organization now. They're trying to establish it with that because he paid him money, to cover up the video, the intercontinental video involving Cassie. So like I said, he testified and whatnot. And tomorrow, right now his chief financial officer had testified. I saw the guy yesterday, and I'm gonna tell you the vibe he gave me. He was a plant. That's the vibe he gave me. I'm not saying he was a plant, but that's the vibe he gave me. He's not no regular looking dude. I don't know. And my homegirl that was standing with me, she like noticed him too. She did a double take at. I observed her doing a double take at him. When she was looking at him, I was looking at her, and I was looking at him and looking at her, and seeing that she was doing it was something about him that was off. You know what he reminds me of? The spook that sat behind the door, like CIA operative that got in Diddy's camp to just watch. But he's not. I'm not saying he is. He just made me feel that way. Yeah, I know he has a Harvard MBA, right? But he just seems like a operative. He just seems like a op. He just seemed like it. But I'm not saying he is, but that's just my first impression. Nobody else noticed him. They noticed him today because he took the stand, but I'm talking about yesterday. He was prepared to take the stand yesterday. I noticed him when he came out. Some people thought he might have been a lawyer or something. No, he stood out to me. He did. He stood out to me. Diddy had eyes on him, yo. And I'm not saying it was him. But we will find out years later when we're all old and shit, when this story come back out again. Half of us probably won't even remember. And I'm going to remember because I got my notes. I'm going to memorialize these notes. And just say I was there. And when he came out, he's a tall guy. But he looks just like he work on Wall Street or something. Like he just stands out. Okay? So I'm just telling you the things I noticed just by being out there. And Yeah, that's what I noticed there. Um, you said, bro, if Sean Combs had not committed the criminal acts, he wouldn't be facing the time that's before him. Um, yeah, we know that. Like, but you could still, he still could be in court for something he didn't do. We don't know yet until the jury decide. You said Mark did a bad job on the cross of him today. Of the, it's really it. I don't. It was nothing really. I mean, it's nothing much he could do to cross-examine him. I mean, the guy was just a financial guy. He said he wasn't there for any beatings or anything like that. He wasn't there for that. So it wasn't much to say to him. It wasn't much to say to the guy, you know. But yeah. But tomorrow is the surprise witness. It's a mystery witness. Okay. This person, look. This person is such a firecracker. This person is going to be on the stand until next week. Did y'all hear what I said? And also in the overflow room, the monitors will be off. The monitors will be off. Off. But watch what's going to happen. Somebody's going to out that person. You know why? Because that person's probably maybe famous. That's why. The monitors are off. And that person is coming from, they said the person is coming from Europe or somewhere overseas. Is traveling now from overseas. So whoever this person is, the monitors are off. And there's going to be explicit videos and explicit everything. And we can't see it. So if anybody say to you that they saw it, they're lying. I'm just telling you this right now. They're lying. They're not going to see anything. The monitors are going to be off. Her name is Jane. That's all we know. The monitors are going to be off even in the overflow room. Even in the main courtroom, the monitors are going to be off and only the jury can see it. Okay? That's how serious this is. This is more serious than Cassie, whoever this person is. Yes, I will be there bright and early for this one. Actually, this calls for me to be out there mad early. This calls for that. I'm just going to have my camera on, rolling. It's going to be sexually explicit videos that they're going to be showing. And we won't hear the videos either. Nothing. They're not letting us see it. Okay? So if anybody say that, oh yeah, I saw this in the courtroom, giving an exclusive, they're lying. I'm just telling you this now. That's how serious this is. And they got in the overflow room. See, this is what they had a problem with. In the overflow room, we had the monitors on and we saw what Mia looked like. We could just see her sitting up there on the stand. This time, the monitors are off. We're not going to see anything. We could hear it, but we're not going to see anything. We're not going to see anything. Now, here's the thing. If that person coming through the front, somebody's going to see. If especially the person's famous, we're going to know who it is. But they better not say it. They better not say it. They better not hint at it. Or they're not going to ever come back in that courtroom. Right, the 20,000, right, receive. But it was paid back. But yeah, that was kind of damaging there. And also they talked about paying the person for the video. That's trying to cover up something. So yeah, that was kind of a shot there. But tomorrow, Whoever this is testifying. And the person going to be on there till next week. I'm thinking it's an ex-girlfriend. You said, Max, what is going on? What's going on? Whoever is going to be testifying tomorrow, the monitors will be off. They don't want you to know who it is. Now, people that's sitting in there with Puff, they going to know who it is, but they better not say it. They better not. They better not, because the feds are watching. They're going to be watching. Say it if you want to. And don't even hint at it. Because somebody already got kicked out of the courtroom for that now. The monitors will be off tomorrow, eyes, in the overflow room. We're not going to see who's on the stand. We'll only be able to hear it. Like, the problem with Mia is, when she was on the stand, she's also a confidential witness. We weren't supposed to see what she looked like. And I said something, I said, why are we watching her? And everybody just looked at me like I'm crazy. I said, we're not supposed to be seeing her in the overflow room. Why but now they're going to fix it. But here's the thing. Whoever this person is, she might be known. And if she is known, people that's sitting out in front of the courtroom, they're going to be able to see who it is if she's known. Who has he dated that was famous? I don't think anybody that we know, except for the ones back in the day. He dated somebody famous back in the day, but that was about it. Other than Cassie, that's about it. Everybody else, I don't know if he dated anybody famous. Yeah, actually he did. He dated a few people that was famous. He dated what's his name, daughter, Young. I'm not talking about J-Lo. She's from back in the day. I'm talking about within this time frame here of the criminal thing. Yeah, if it's one of those people, trust me, they probably gonna try to say we know who it is. If we see that person come out, they maybe have to bring the person through the back. So whoever it is, we about to find out. That person is coming from out of the country, whoever it is. So I know people are going to be listening to see who it is. So I'm going to be like, hold on, let me try to see. I don't know how none of these women sound, to be honest with you. Whoever this person is coming from Europe. It's coming now. It's on her way. Whoever it is on her way. And it'll be here tomorrow. And it's going to be for the rest of the week into next week. So that person should be on the stand for almost 3 days, maybe. I'm not saying the person is famous, but they want their monitors off for a reason. It could be, Ryan. But yeah, that's happening tomorrow. And also, Mongolian supposed to testify at some point. That's the young lady that said she was dangled over a balcony. You think so? You think it's her? She'll be here tomorrow. So yeah, the $20,000 that her family sent is not good. Even though he paid it back, even though he sent it back, he returned it. That's still not a good look that they were made, that they felt that they had to do that. That's not good. That means they were intimidated enough to send that money. And then they took drastic measures. They took out an equity line of credit to come up with the $20,000. That's drastic to actually do that. But they, even though they got it back, but still. I always be trying to think of angles here. Like if I was a defense, what can they be doing? They getting bombarded now. It's like they're on the ropes. Like I said, they like rope a dope. It's they're on the ropes. Right, the 20K, right. Yeah, so I don't know. I keep going back and forth with should he get on the stand or not. Um, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. It's up to him. I don't know. I don't think I would though. But see, for him, he gonna want to connect with one of those jurors though. Yeah, if he get the stand, I mean them prosecutors gonna be. But I think here's what I think is gonna happen. Regardless of the fact, guys, it could be possible. There's a slim chance that he can get a pardon. There's a slim chance. I'm gonna tell you why. I think Trump had alluded to the fact that Comey was threatened like assassination or something with that tweet. And what better to get back at Comey by derailing his daughter's case? Okay, after the conviction, aha, I'm gonna pardon him. So all your work was for nothing. That's the only thing I could think of him getting a pardon. That's the only thing. That's the only scenario I could come up with. And Celebrity Scandalous came up with that thought, that idea. You said this is bigger than Comey, right? It's a very slim chance, eyes. Very slim chance. Because he keep talking about the fact that Diddy don't like him no more. And he used to like him back in the day until he got into politics. When he said that, that's big. That means he didn't forget about what Diddy said about him. So that's why I give him a slim chance. Yeah, he do has a chance. It's a slim chance though, very slim. You said Max, he did pardon. He did pardon Epstein, madam. She still. But you said he did pardon her. You talking about Ghislaine Maxwell? Did he pardon her? Guys, did he pardon Ghislaine Maxwell? You said New York companies on the exchange. Yeah, I know he did. Yeah. Oh, he did not. Okay. Well, not yet. He might. He could. He's still pardoning people. But I don't think he'll pardon her. So that's why I give him a slim chance, because it is on the table. Like maybe he can ask for one. But I don't think so after what Trump said. He used to like me, but when I got into politics, I haven't heard from him no more. And he said some things about me. He said that. So he knew exactly what Diddy said about him. I don't know if he getting a pardon like that. If I had told you guys that NBA YoungBoy was getting a pardon, y'all would say the same thing. He ain't getting no pardon, Max. Well, he got one. NBA YoungBoy got a pardon. So remember, he has a pardon czar and is going through her office. So we don't know. He might. It's a slim chance. Because if I had told you that Kodak Black was going to get a pardon, you wouldn't believe me. You wouldn't say, no, Trump ain't doing that. Why would he pardon Kodak Black? Well, he did. I told you his grandkids. His grandkids like Kodak Black. That's why. Y'all don't believe me. But go to the other channels and believe them, yo. Because I don't get enough views for you to believe me. Because people, they only believe, well, who's getting views, and they be lying. I'm telling you, there's a slim chance he can get a pardon. I'm telling you this. It's a slim chance. I'm not saying he's gonna get it's a huge chance. It's a very slim chance. Very slim. But if I had told you that NBA YoungBoy was getting a pardon, you wouldn't have believed me. You wouldn't believe me, man. I'm telling you for a fact, his grandkids like NBA YoungBoy. I'm telling you this. I know for a fact. I know this for a fact. I know. His daughter his granddaughter has a pop-in channel. See, you saying stop. I'm telling you, I know for a fact his grandkids like NBA YoungBoy, they talk about it. You don't know that his granddaughter has a pop-in channel. She gets 1 million views per video. You don't know that his little grandson has a YouTube page. He's popping, and he likes NBA YoungBoy. I'm telling y'all this. I'm not saying this for no reason. That's why he got the pardon. I'm telling you that's why he got it. It's because his grandkids told him to do it. I'm telling y'all that, man. No, it's not too late for him to take a plea deal. It's up to the judge, though. It's up to the judge to approve it, but it's very rare, but it's up to the judge's discretion. And I know, and I said Harry O got pardoned too. He got pardoned too. He did it because of his grandkids. I'm telling y'all laugh, y'all don't believe. Some people don't believe me. Go watch their channels if you don't believe me. They did that. His son did that. Barron. Go look. He liked Lil Wayne. Of course Lil Wayne was going to get a pardon. Barron likes him. Yes, he consulted with Barron. Did he dock it? Maybe they'll believe you, yo, because I'm about to sign off, yo. I'm about to sign off. I don't say nothing for no reason. It's just that I don't get a lot of views and you don't believe me. I'm not saying this for no reason. I hate this. I hate this shit, yo. I really do. Because I can see people out there, they're fucking lying. There's people that's not even at the trial, they're fucking lying. Barron was the reason for a lot of these pardons. I'm telling you this. And his grandkids. Yes, it's a slim chance he's pardoning Diddy. We just explained it. Maybe you need to go listen to Tisa, man. Maybe you'll believe it. Yes, there's a slim chance. Wait till the conviction, though, if there's a conviction. And he might get petty. I told you this man is petty. He might say, you know what? I'm just going to do it just so that it can derail her hard work. There's a slim chance, man. But I'm not. Oh yeah, shout out to you, Diddy Docket, for providing the information and stuff. But look, I don't say things when I say things, it's to educate. I have more than one source of information before I tell you. Yeah, I do tell stories and stuff like that. I'm a funny guy, but when it comes to my shit here, I'm not lying to you. I haven't lied yet. Nothing. I haven't lied yet. Okay? I'm telling you the 100% what's going on. 100%. So, and I'm telling you, there's somebody out there that was sent to distract people. There was somebody out there that was sent. I'm telling you, this is, you know what this seemed like? It's a circus, and it seemed like it's choreographed. At this point, it's a goddamn a humiliation ritual, man. At this point, he's not staying in jail for the rest of his life, yo. I do not see that. He might get convicted. He might have to do some time. He'll get out like Cosby on the pills or some shit. I'm telling you, that's the way it feels. That's the way it feels. Thank you, Chantel. How's it going? Hey, Howard. Hey, you said he ain't getting out. Leo, if I had told you that, yes or no, if I had told you that Kodak Black was going to get a pardon, because I knew he was getting a pardon before he got the pardon. If I had came on here and said that, you wouldn't have believed me. You'd be like, Max, why would he pardon Kodak Black, bro? I said his grandkids and Barron. That's why. That's why. It's just that normally you don't normally see presidents pardoning people like that. But they do though. You just gotta go look. You gotta go look at who Obama pardoned. Go look. Go look at his pardon list. And you'll see. Oh yeah, you go on a gut feeling. I feel you on that. Let me ask you this, Leo and everybody else. Let's change it. Well, hold up, you two. Let's change gears for a minute. At this juncture right now, actually, hold on. Let me do it. Hold on. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. My bad, y'all. Let me just do it now. I'm doing a poll. What question should I say? Will Diddy be found guilty on all charges? We might have to start another poll. All right, I'm gonna do a few options. Will Diddy? Okay, hold on. Um, the Diddy vote. Hold on. I'm gonna give you a few options. The Diddy vote, guilty on all charges. Wait, I'm gonna do a poll real quick because we need to know. Found acquitted on all full. Full acquittal on all charges. All right, well, let me just say it like this: not guilty. guilty. All right, not guilty on all charges. Guilty on all charges. Guilty on some charges. I don't know if that makes sense. It's mixed answers. That's why I'm doing a poll. Because you guys represent the jury right now. So I'm waiting for the poll. And we're going to see from the poll. Because you guys represent the jury. Coco, I haven't seen you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I haven't seen you since Moses built the ark. You said with Diddy, him and Trump has a long history, friendship, and once Diddy turned his back on him, Trump don't like anyone turning. I don't believe he's going. Okay, is that you? Is that Coco? I haven't seen you in a long time. Holy crap! You said yes, it's you in the flesh. Damn, you still in New York? I haven't seen you in. You doing good though? It's been years, I know, Ryan. Somebody asked about you too. We're gonna see with the vote, cause you guys will come up. You guys will come up with it. Let me look at the vote so far. You know what? A lot of people are saying guilty on some charges. It's 57% of you right now is saying guilty on some charges. 26% saying guilty on all charges, and 14% is not guilty. It's overwhelming guilty on some charges, y'all. Right now for 63 vote, 44. Well, it's only 44 vote. We're gonna wait. You said I think so, but I have to read through this. Oh, by the way, guys, if you want to listen to the transcripts, go to the Law and Crime Network. They have like what you call it's like AI. It's a virtual courtroom, and it's like you can listen to it as if you're there, because they have the transcripts, and they have like a person on the stand, and it's almost as if you're there. The Law and Crime Network. So y'all can go back, and it's almost like you're in the courtroom. You won't miss anything. So make sure you check that out. I found that. Now, shout out to some of the people. You said yes, based on reading the indictment of charges. You said Law and Crime is anti-Diddy, though. Well, I mean, they have like something reading the transcript. You said I'm surviving doing what you have to do. You said guilty of domestic violence. They said guilty of domestic violence. But gang girl, I'm literally indifferent. But it's not looking good. Yeah, she is indifferent. But it's not looking good. Gamer Girl Rico isn't just making money illegally. As we know now, Chantel, that's why this was a good case to learn, right? This was a good case to study. We studied a lot of cases together. This is going to be one of the top cases that we studied together. Right, Ryan? This is one of the cases like we studied together. You was there for a lot of cases. We were there for a death penalty case. Remember YouTube Unfolded, Marquis Floyd? You remember that case? We studied that case together. We studied a lot of cases together. So you guys know a lot about what's going on right now. So that's why I wanted to do the vote, because people that's listening, we don't know who's listening. So I want to know exactly how they feel. Yeah, we studied a lot of cases together here over the years, and I must say this case is very unique. This is something that I'll never forget. This case is going to go down in history books. You said you actually sitting downtown Brooklyn in the park enjoying. I did that yesterday, Coco. I was in Washington Square Park. I stayed out there for a little bit because I had to, it was safe to park my car. I had a nice park too, and I just went in the park for a minute. I think I'm gonna do that a lot daily. I'm gonna just hang in the park and wait for the rush hour to die down, and then I came home. It was a beautiful drive home. No rush hour or anything. You said how many jurors changing their opinions today? I'm not sure. I'm not in the Diddy courtroom to see the jurors. I can see them when they walk past, when they go back to their seats. But as far as facial expressions, no. Yeah, I find parking is easy in the afternoon. Yeah, parking is easy. You just have to park near the signs that say you can park there after 6 p.m. There's plenty of signs around town. So I found a nice park, hung out in the city. This guy, Coco, in the city, he was smoking, right? He got so high that he went down to his knees and his head was like on the ground. That's how high he was. You said, did you recognize the woman who had the? Yeah, I have her. If you go to if you go to my videos right now, I uploaded it. I uploaded the video, the lady that had the outburst. If you go to my uploads, you'll see it. No, no, Ryan, he wasn't looking for nothing. He was high. Oh, and Diddy, he's trying to stay at the courthouse to 10 p.m. because they want to go over the text messages, but I don't know if the judge allowed it or not. In the special room. But his lawyer said, "Well, we don't mind the marshals hanging in here with us." But the judge, like, there's like logistical situation. Yeah, if you go to my video, Coco, I got her on there. I got her on there. She was going off. She was going off. And then she hugged with Denot. Her and Denot hugged it out. How long I think the trial will last? Okay, so they did say something about that. Okay, as of right now, the government has abbreviated their witness list. They're not going to call certain people. Hold on one second. So I'm getting back to you, Shant. I want to see what you said. Um, they abbreviate their witness list. So they said probably they might go into the third week in June, or maybe they done next week. They could be done next week. But the thing is, the defense have to put on their case after the government rests their case. And Mark Agnifilio said he's looking at after the 4th of July. What's up, Amy? Ashe to you. I'm doing all right. It's a lot of people popping up in here. I haven't seen it in a while. Max, is there going to be another week of testimony from the process? Oh, you said the same thing. Yeah, that's what they were saying. They abbreviated their list, and they more than likely the set if it's not going to end in next week, the week after, and then like I said, the defense got to put their case on, and it's going to go into 4th of July. So the whole month of June. Yeah, do bring out long timers. I know. If he gets a pardon, will this all? Yeah, it'll be all over, Selena. If he pardoned him now, he can go home today. If he pardoned him today, they just have to set it up. He'll be home today. As long as all he had to do is wait for his jet, and he'll be going back to California tonight. That's how powerful the pardon is. But that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. But we just wanted to cover it just so that we could talk about it because we're studying the case. That's all. But that's not nothing for us to talk about. Like, we just did it because we had to cover each base on it. But don't hold me to that. Okay, let's see where we at so far. We have 76 votes, and we have 56% saying guilty on some charges, 30% say guilty on all charges, and 14% say not guilty on all charges. So, wow, 14%. That's something else, folks. Except we have with over 70 votes. Yeah, which is simply say all he needs is one, meaning all he needs is one juror to hold out for it to be a hung jury, or we call it mistrial. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, give us a like. That'd be greatly appreciated in advance. He said that would be something if that happened. I don't know, Coco. I don't think so. Second of testimony, which brings a different point of view. Yes, but we are not okay. YouTube Unfolded, go to the Law and Crime Network. They have a AI version, so it's almost like you're hearing every second of the case. If you because they have AI with the transcripts. Yeah, okay, so if a mistrial, we went over that before. So a mistrial, it doesn't necessarily mean he'll get out. He can petition, have a hearing to get out, but they more than likely will keep him and try him again. But it gives the defense an advantage because they can find more weaknesses in the case, maybe negotiate for a better deal, or just go back to trial. Now, if he get a third mistrial, I think they just let him go at this point. Because now, I mean, 3 times a charge, they might do it 3 times. 3 times after the third time, it don't work, they might as well let him go, drop the case. You said Diddy was just an abusive, freaky boyfriend and needs some therapy along with Cassie. The entire system needs to change. You're talking about that Mann Act system need to change, for sure. Because it said even if it's consensual, it's illegal if you cross state lines. Where in a state where it's, even if that's like for Jack Johnson. But they can get him on that. But here's the thing. Did they establish some predicate acts today, though? Let me ask you that. So we heard from the accountant, and we heard from the guy from the hotel. He said that Sean gave him $100,000 in cash. Is that a predicate act? Is that a predicate act? Okay, so if you're saying that's a predicate act, okay, let me ask you another question, YouTube Unfolded. We heard today about the family giving him $20,000, but even though it was sent back, is that a predicate act? Let's see what y'all say. Oh, they have abbreviated. Okay, so that's 2 predicate acts within a 10-year period, correct? Okay, then they have now established a criminal organization from what you guys are saying. That's not good that y'all saying that for him. That's not good. You know why? That carries a lot of time. That's not good. There's a minimum and maximum. I mean, there's a minimum guideline on that case. Yeah, during Cassie mom testimony, it came out. And also, okay, so if you heard that today, because I know y'all read it, so y'all saying, Max, that's two predicate acts. Okay, well, now they have now established a criminal organization from if you said yes twice. That's crazy. And you guys represent the jury. That's why I'm gonna play this thing where I'm asking you questions. I'm gonna come back a little later, and maybe we'll do a panel and ask you questions some more. Yeah, Ryan. What I'm saying, Ryan, is that don't look good for the chief financial officer to come up there and say that, to confirm it, and the $20,000 and paying the guy $100,000 to get the tape. Yeah, man. And he's working in concert. He didn't do it by himself because he had his bodyguards there to escort the guy up and say, "You're doing a good job, man. You're doing a good thing. You're doing a good deed." And had the bodyguards there and everything. They're working with him in it. Man. You know what one of the guards said? He said any case that's come in this courtroom, they don't lose in the Southern District of New York. He said you just have to you have to wait for it. He said they do it slowly, but he said they almost always have the case. I was like, wow. So if you believe they already proven the RICO now, Howard, that's not good. That's not good, man. That's not good. They are the best in the nation. Mannix, I'm just curious. Okay. You said Cassie kept going back low key. Some men and women are into pleasure and pain. I'm not siding with Diddy. People just need help. Oh, I see what you're saying. But Maddox, what about them establishing the criminal enterprise? That's kind of not good. But at the same time, we'll see what the jury think about it. I mean, we heard it today. You guys read it, so you can't unread it, right? They talked about the 20,000 being sent to the company and sent back. Now, my question to you is, why did they send? Why did her family feel the need to send the $20,000? Right. So you got to think about that. And number two, the guy testified to receiving $100,000, and so he can get that video. So the video won't get out, in the public. Yeah, more than two boxes checked, Ms. VS. You right. Hey, Coco. You said I've read the act doesn't have to be completed. It just needs to be an agreement. Yeah, meaning that they sent it back. Yeah, send it back doesn't count. Like that, they still sent it. Yeah, they still sent it, and that's a problem. When I was like, yo, I want to know what y'all think about this one. He said if Biggie was alive, I think he would be. I don't think he would give up much. Big no. Bribery is an action. Doesn't have to be complete. Shout out to Angel for saying that. She said bribery is an action. Doesn't have to be complete. See how we learn? We learn something every day. It don't have to be complete. Thank you, Angel. Man, y'all read that, right? What did y'all think when y'all first read that? I was waiting to talk to y'all. I was like, damn, yo. I'm like, maybe I'm tripping. Like, this ain't good, man. This is like, ugh. Let me think about this. Yeah. Okay. What do y'all think what Gamer Girl said? The hotel extorted Diddy for the money. No, you retracted. No, they didn't. I know you retracted, but I read it. I read it before you retracted. I did. No. Um, Diddy wanted that video. Oh, I know, but she retracted YouTube. I read it before. You read it too, right? Let's go to the chain. Let's go. You read it, right, Chantel? We already read it. So I know you tried to retract it, but we read it. So being that you put it out there and retracted, we gonna talk about it anyway. So let's go through the chain of events. Gamer girl, I'm not trying to call you out, but I'm glad you wrote that. I'm not trying to call you out. I know you retracted it, but let's go through the chain of events and then you tell me who's at fault here. So we all know the hotel video. Everybody got a chance to watch it, right? Diddy called to inquire about the hotel video. No, KK. Remember? It has to be somebody that's working with him in the enterprise to be in concert with the act. KK called first. Let's not forget that. KK called, inquiring. And then she put Sean on the phone, Mr. Combs. Excuse me, Mr. Combs. She put Mr. Combs on the phone. And he wanted to see how he can go about getting that video. And he said, what did he say to the guy? I know you can be the one to do it. I know you can get this done. Excuse me. I know you can get this done. So eventually, the video, the thumb drive, excuse me, went to Mr. Combs' possession, right? After he made him sign what? A non-disclosure agreement, right? And he took a photo of his driver's license. And he got the money counter out and counted out $100,000, put it in a trash bag, and then after that, a brown paper bag, then said to him, how are you going to spend this money? Don't make big purchases. So now, do you understand now that don't look good? You said Diddy messed up with his actions, but the hotel should have destroyed. Wait a minute. The hotel should have destroyed the video. It is on the hotel not to destroy. Okay, see, you retracted. What's going on? Why you keep retracting it? So, because you retracting, oh no, you didn't retract. Okay, you got it. It's on the hotel not to destroy it. No, they didn't destroy the video because CNN got a copy of it. They didn't destroy all of it. But what I'm saying is he paid them, though, for the purposes of not letting that video get leaked. So they're going to use that as a situation. They didn't destroy the video. Here's my question, y'all. If they, how did they get that video if they destroyed it? I don't think they destroyed it, to be honest with you. It's on the server, right? Gamer girl, how you know that? I feel like you're trying to promote. You're not gonna do that. Nah, you're not doing that. You're not coming up off me. You tried to low key promote somebody. Nah, you're not doing that, yo. You're not. So you got banned. You're not doing that. You're not doing that, yo. I just don't like how you did it. I just don't like how he did it. We can talk about other YouTubers they got if they're bringing something to the table. That's fine. But I don't like how he did that. I don't like how he low key did that. Yeah, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hating on him, but nah, you're not gonna do that to me. I'm on the ground every day. I'm boots on the ground. He get a lot of views. That's why you probably think he killing it because he getting a lot of views. But I think you trolling though. I think you trolling. You know what I'm saying? But nah, you're not gonna do that to me. Yeah, it was sneaky and I caught it. I caught it. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ban his name from the channel. That's what I'm gonna do. So you can't even write his name. That's what I'm gonna do. Because it happens too often. It happens too often, yo. So I'm gonna use that as a keyword ban. So y'all can stop doing it. So you're not gonna keep doing that to me. Yeah, I think they do have bots and they send them my way. I think they do. I think they do. I think it's the channel doing that. I'm for sure. I think so. Because the average person is not going to do that. It's like bots that's doing that. And people pay for bots. Did you know that people pay for bots to come in their channel to get a lot of views? Did you know that? There's certain bots you can pay to do that. For sure. You could do that too. That's kind of like it's a way to promote. I can't really explain it. You said it's a fighting spirit that, yeah, I know it, Angel. Sound like it. Seem like it. But I catch everything, though. I'm not knocking nobody now. I'm not knocking nobody for their hustle. But I don't go promoting on over there. So don't do it over here. I get mine out the mud. I do it the old fashioned way. Boots on the ground, like that. Gene was there today, y'all. He was there. And then he left early. Now they trying to say he got kicked out. No, he didn't. He leaves early. He don't stay for the whole thing usually. But tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow's gonna be interesting, guys, for sure. Because we don't know who this mystery person is. You said that the feds flipped D-Rock. You said it's really over. I don't know, gamer girl. If it's her, I'm gonna all the way flip. I'm gonna fall out my seat. I'm not sure, Howard. No, it's not her, Corey. This person coming from Europe. It's not her. This is Jane Doe. She's actually listed as a Jane Doe on the complaint, but her name is not listed. Okay, so 49% said guilty on some charges, 37% said guilty on all charges, 13% said not guilty on all charges. That's 135 people that voted. No, I had muted for a second. I muted for a second. How can you remove? You can remove your vote. Just go back to it. Oh, you change your mind? What do you think? Well, it's supposed to be anonymous. You don't have to tell me. Keep it anonymous. I don't know, swimmingly. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know yet. I think it's still too early for me. But I know what you're all saying. Like Max, they got predicate acts. I get it. No, I don't know, LA Soul. I don't know if it's her. But I go to her channel. And she don't appear to be out of the country. She be updating regularly. It could be her. It could be. It could be. But regardless of the fact, if we find out tomorrow, you will never know. For me, you will never know. I don't even care if you be like, hey man, just tell me on the low low. Nope, because I don't know who you are. Next thing I know, I'm sitting up in front of the judge, looking like a fool. Y'all ain't gonna have me in front of that judge. Puff like, who this man? Like, who is this dude? No sir. Y'all ain't gonna have me with that MTA lady. Cause then the shade room be talking about my ass. And you know people start making stuff up. Yeah, him and the crazy MTA lady, they dating. They'll say I'm dating the crazy MTA lady. They'll make something up. They say, oh, that's Max. That's him and the crazy MTA lady is dating. And they here to sabotage. I don't know swimmingly. I don't know who it is. No, the judge not playing. If KK and D Rock testify, yeah, that's a little problematic there, in my opinion. But I don't know yet. Um, I don't know who it's gonna be. I don't know who that is. I've heard of that person. You said Sean G podcast for soul. I know the person's out there. I've heard his name. I don't know if he's getting paid. But you do have some vloggers that's pro Diddy, some that's not. So you said, "What a surprise witness is Jag." Oh Lord, you said I'm chewing on some Starburst. I'm about to sign off. I'm about to have this salad. I'm doing salads over here, Amy. You said the first and last. I don't know about that, lovely land. If that is, I'm really gonna trip. From what I've heard, Denise, I don't know. I'm not in the courtroom, so I can't speak on it. I'm only in the overflow room. I see them coming in when they sitting down and stuff, but I can't really. They just come sit down. If that's her, I'll all the way fall out my seat. You had salmon and salad. That sound good. I have to do salads, Amy. I rather not talk about it simply, Lee. I rather not. The hospital messed up. They messed up. They messed up horribly because they didn't listen to me. They didn't listen to me. And I said to them, yes, I said, listen, ma'am. I said, I need everybody here to stop for a minute. If you had listened to me, this wouldn't have happened. Okay? And they all like, damn, you did do that. You did say you gonna do what you. I said, yeah. And you guys didn't listen to me. I told my mom we need to get a lawyer. She need to get a lawyer, man. And she said that I am gonna get one. So I don't want to go too much into it. But she's doing okay though. Your prayers work. Her prayers work, and I really appreciate everybody because it did work. And I have to go in a minute. I'm trying to I've been worn out, and I got to go in a second. But I was like, I'm getting over this headache, and because I got upset because they weren't listening to me. But now they're all listening to me now because they messed up. But she's doing really good. I got her, she was requesting for, some sweets, right? I said, I don't know if you can eat this. I said, because I don't see you eating your food. But the nurse told me she do eat, but you just not here. I said, oh, okay. So I was like, you sure you can have this shit? She's like, I'm asking for it. So I bought her a thing of, those little Snicker bars, like the travel pack Snicker bars. The little Snicker drops. They Snicker bars with these little squares. I got her a half a bag of those, and a bag of gummy bears. And I came in the hospital. I said, hey, Mom, where's your sweets? I wanted some, right? She said, they're gone. I said, what you mean they're gone? Like I just got them yet last night. She said, yeah, they're gone. And she just kind of looked at me with a smirk. She said, they're gone. You said, get her some healthy treats. I'm trying to, but she keep requesting for certain stuff, and she's arguing with me. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get her some healthy snacks. That's what I'm gonna do. Them joints is gone. I'm like, did the nurse help you out here? She said no. Yeah, I'm gonna bring both. I'm gonna bring both. You said do not tell her they are healthy. No, she knows. She's in her right mind, YouTube. When she look at the back, she know exactly what it is. Okay, but she'll take it just because it's there. She's like, all right, I'll take it. Yeah, I'm gonna get her a little of both. But no, I can't fool her like that. She liked what she liked. And she was craving like, other stuff. So I got her some Pellegrino water. And I told her just drink it cold and you won't need any sodas anymore. Because the soda they give her that she don't like it. So they're giving it to her, it's like a waste. They giving her like the diet Sprite. She don't like it. So the Pellegrino helps. Especially if she do it with ice. Thank you, T Breeze. But she just sitting there, man. She like, they did this, and I'm not leaving until they fix it. She told the lady that too. Y'all gonna fix me. I didn't come in here like this. She had allergic reaction. She's like, I didn't come in here like this. Y'all gonna fix me. Y'all ain't gonna have me sitting up here looking like a chicken, a burnt chicken. Y'all gonna fix me. And I better not have no scarring. She said that to him. Y'all gonna fix me, man. Because they ask you if you're allergic to certain things. And I told them she's allergic to certain things. I told them this. They didn't listen. And then they're trying to say, well, I don't know if you said that. Did you? I said, I recorded myself saying it to you. You should have saw their face. They're like, you record? Yeah, I recorded. I recorded myself telling y'all. So, but what I can tell you is it could have been worse. It could have been worse. So I'm not really all the way complaining, no. The only thing I was complaining about is if I'm telling you something, you're not listening to me. I told you. Don't sit up here and try to say I didn't tell you and I recorded it. I recorded it. I recorded it. So you can't, I played it to him. It was like, yeah, you did say that. But you know what she said? I wasn't here though. I wasn't. Yes, you was. You were here. I got you on video. You were here. And I told you I was recording you. I said it. I said, I'm recording this because the reason why I'm recording it, because she couldn't talk at the particular time. So I want to show my mother what happened. So yeah, man. Because when my mother came to, she said to me, what happened? And I played it to her. She said, that's not good. She said, you told them. I said, I did tell them. They don't let, I think people, when they look at the exterior of you, they judge you. And they automatically think you don't know what you're talking about. And I told them that. I said, y'all judge me, the way I'm dressed. Y'all judge me like I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all judge me. And y'all gonna pay. I said, by the time I get finished with y'all, she'll be riding a Rolls Royce by the time I finish with you. Because y'all didn't listen to me. And I clearly told you guys she can't take certain things. I told y'all that. And I said, as a matter of fact, it should be on her file. They didn't read it. Boy, I tell you, man. But it could have been worse. Could have been worse, man. But yeah, man, I just wanted to say that. Thank you for the thoughts. I really appreciate it. Let me look at these votes again. Oh my God. Okay, so 48% saying guilty on some charges. 38% said guilty on all charges, and 14% is stuck at 14%, not guilty on all charges. So it's still stuck at 14%, not guilty on all charges. And that's 174 votes, man. That's almost a lot, most all the people in here. So you guys have spoken. Let me end the poll. So there it is. So that's 174 votes on this live. So yeah, that's overwhelming, man. That is. It's overwhelming. Damn, Diddy. Damn, bro. He really fucked up. Do y'all think something else is coming after this? You said type one in the chat if you said not guilty. He said type one. Somebody gonna type it, Corey. They not afraid. I mean, if they think he not guilty, not guilty. They think he not guilty. I'm not knocking y'all for that. Thank you, Corey. So yeah, I'm gonna get her some healthy snacks. Cause she gonna like what I do is where I go in there and I just kind of put the bag down. And let me see the bag. Let me see it. So then she rumbled through the bag and she's looking for them chocolates. I'm like, fuck, man. This woman don't eat. I said, yo, are you eating your food though? That's what I want to know. She said, yeah, I'm eating. I'm like, well, I don't see it. Like, how do I know that? And then the nurse came in and backed her up. Yeah, she's eating it. She's eating her food. I'm like, all right. You said probably one or two jurors feel he's not right. Celebrity, that could be it, because it is 14%. So that 14% could be on the jury. They could feel that he's not guilty. Max, don't play with mom. Like, I mean, she got her snack. I'm going. Yeah, she want her snacks, man. She ate all them snacks, man. I was like, yo, you ain't got nothing left? Because I thought I was going to have, like, you ain't got none left. Nothing. She said no. You said, can I start a rumor that the MTA lady is actually your mother? No, me and her the same age. That can't be. Me and the MTA lady is the same age. You mean my sister? You could say my sister. We could be brother and sister. She works, and she really do work for the MTA, by the way. She really does. I'm not trying to dox her. But she don't always take the MTA to the trial. She has a I'm not gonna say what kind of car she drive. I'm not gonna say what kind. But she don't always be walking. And I happened to catch her one day because I saw her walking. She was ahead of me, and I was walking to my car, and she turned off on the street. I guess she found parking on the side street, and I saw her getting. I was like, damn, she getting into that? The fuck? Yo, she got into a nice spaceship, a nice one, brand spanking new. That woman ain't crazy, man. She not. She ain't that crazy. And she don't park nowhere near the courthouse. And her windows is tinted. Her windows is tinted. So if she ride by, you're not gonna know she driving. She may have she you know what she is, Coco? She's a train conductor. She drives a train. A lot of people don't know that. She actually is a conductor. I don't know how much conductors get paid, do you know? And when I told somebody that, they didn't believe me. I said, go look at her ID. It says conductor. And she told me, I was sitting there. I said, what do you do for the MTA? She said, I'm a conductor. She's not crazy, Swimley. She's not crazy. She's not. She's not. She acted, but she's not. I'm telling you, she's not. I think it's an act. Yeah, I think it's an act, man. And see, she the one doxed herself because she had her MTA stuff on and people saw it. So everybody knows she worked for MTA. Everybody knows it. You said she seems not 100%. You'll be scared for your life. She had brass knuckles on her. Now, some people were trying to say that the MTA suit is not real. Like it might be a front. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because one time she was sitting in back of the court. She was sitting right next to me because she offered me some gum. Oh, by the way, somebody offered her some gum yesterday, right? And she took it. And then she came back. It's Celebrity Scandalous. Are you still here? She gave some gum to Miss Knockout, right? And her and Miss Knockout had like a beef or whatnot. Not a beef, but they got into it. And she did that to, apologize to Miss Knockout. Like, she apologized to Miss Knockout. Like, I'm sorry, I got in your business and I was yelling. I'm my bad. I'm sorry to threaten you, right? So Miss Knockout gave her a piece of gum. So she came back to Miss Knockout. She was like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you did something to this gum. And she gave it back to her. She gave it back to her. She was like, I don't know if you did something to this gum, because I had yelled at you. So, you know what I'm saying? My bad. Here's your gum back, right? So there was another lady standing there. She was like, oh, let me have the gum. She said, she ain't do nothing to this gum. She said, let me have the gum. So everybody took a piece of gum and started eating it. So then she was like, okay, my bad. I apologize. I ain't mean to say you did something to the gum. Can I have a piece of gum? She was like, no. No, I'm not giving you a piece of gum since you're accusing me of poisoning the gum. I'm not giving you no gum. And no, here's the thing, right? I could see where she was coming from because she went up to Ms. Knockout and said, look, I apologize, whoop-de-whoop, from messing up your live and yelling at you and all that. I apologize. So Ms. Knockout, all right, cool. That's all right. Here's a piece of gum. And she looked at her and she took it, right? And she walked off and she came back. She's like, look, I ain't not for nothing. But here's your piece of gum back. She said, not for nothing. I don't know if you did something to this gum. Yo, who sent this lady, man? Hold on, let me see. He said she had a good point. Let me go back. In my opinion, the judge isn't letting the diddler stay until 10 p.m. Anything could happen to him, like an escape plan. Well, I gotta check the notes. Did he let him stay? I didn't check. I'm definitely no, he didn't let him stay. Sorry, he didn't let him stay. Yo, she said not for nothing. Um, you said just hold on to the gum and toss it if you think it's poison. She ain't wrapped tight. No, and she said it. She was like, look, not for nothing. And somebody hit her in the eye, by the way. Her eye is bloodshot. Somebody like hit her in the eye and whatnot. That's why she wasn't there for a couple of days, because she had gotten a bang out with somebody because her eye is bloodshot. But she said to Ms. Knockout, not for nothing. No, because she went to Ms. Knockout first to apologize. She said, I apologize, whoop-de-whoop, for how I was acting towards you when you were live. I didn't mean to blast you like that. You know what I'm saying? My bad. Miss Knockout was like, it's all good and all that. Here's a piece of gum. And she took it, right? And she walked off. She came back. She was like, look, not for nothing. I'm not trying to offend you, but I don't know if you did something to this gum, yo. So she gave it back to her. Then everybody took a piece of gum and ate it. Like, I'm not poisoning this gum. And she ate her own gum, Miss Knockout. And then and then she tried to take, hey, can I have a piece of gum then? My bad. And she's like, no. So it's been story after story with her. And then she got into it with this other dude. She just out of nowhere started beefing with him. And the dude was like, yo, she talking to me? She's like, yeah, she talking to you. She's saying that you accusing her of stealing somebody's tripod. He said, I never accused her of that. But she was like looking right at him, beefing with him on her Hassan Campbell. You know how Hassan Campbell, remember that time he crashed out in front of the projects and started yelling at everybody? That's how she be doing. Yeah, Candor. That's her name, Candor. Yeah. She made a name out there. Everybody know her. All the news networks call her the crazy MTA lady. Everybody know her. Everybody. And she keep getting in the building. I'm like, why does she keep going in the building? I thought they banned her. How did she get in the courtroom with Diddy? Let me tell you how she did it. She didn't wait online. You know how they say you got to wait online and all that? Nah, she didn't do that. What she did was she went to that floor and snuck in there and just eased on in there. That's how she did it. And then she squeezed and got a seat. So when the judge, they were talking, she just yelled, yo, Diddy, yo, Diddy. She was like, they trying to get you. She said, these people coming for you, man. They say, and the judge said, get her out of here, right? And she kept yelling, get off me, get off. She said, yeah, grab your gun if you want to. Grab your gun, right? And she said, yo, Diddy, the people in the overflow room are laughing at you, son. They laughing at you. And the Diddy was like shaking his head at her. He was like kind of shaking his head like at her. And then they got her out of there. It was 3 of them that got her out of there. Yeah, the MTA lady was the one that got kicked out, Angel. Everybody know her in there. Everybody. As a crazy MTA lady. Even his kids know who she is. Even Diddy kids know who she is, man. Everybody know her. Because yo, I got a video I uploaded. Go take a look at it when she was beefing with what's his name. And then they hugged it out. And then I didn't get this on camera because I didn't want to record her crying. Off to the side, this dude started hugging her and she was crying uncontrollably. I'm saying, what the fuck? Why is she crying? That's how she was crying. Yo, if she listening right now, she finna get me, yo. I'm taking a risk and telling y'all the back shit. Cause if she listening, she about to get me. Okay? I'm due for it anyway. She about to get me, yo. So, I'm just give me a like, yo, cause I'm trying. Oh, y'all gave me a like. All right, that's cool. Because I didn't want to record her. I don't know why she started crying. Like the dude, like, hey, can I give you a hug? He hugged. And she was really crying. Tears are coming down her eyes, dog. She was really crying. Like, she was like a nasty cry. You know how you get that nasty cry? It was a nasty cry, yo. No, he was shaking his head like up and down at her, like he was probably surprised. He didn't know that was going to go down. She said, "Yo, Diddy, they coming for you, man. These people in the overflow room laughing at you. They think shit funny and this and that." They say he's like, "Get her out of here, like that." And she was like, "Get off me, get off me, get off me!" Like on her Hassan Campbell, "Get off me." You know what I'm saying? "Get off me. Would you pull your gun?" They got her out of there. You said you quite sure her coworkers know already? Yo, she drive the train, fam. Okay? So shout out to her, man. Shout out to Candor. Shout out to Candor, man. She called herself Candy Cane. You hear me, y'all? That's Candy Cane. She said, "Yeah, they call me Candy Cane." That's all right, Candy. Okay. Yeah, she said she feeling all kind of emotions. Yeah, she wearing all type of expressions out there. She went after Tisa Tells, calling her out of her name, like just barking. Yo, she be banging on people, yo. That's what she doing. She like banging on you. She come right up in your space and just bang on you, yo. Like loud as hell. Somebody said, "Yo, Max, get your girl, yo." They was like, "Max, get your girl, man. She wildin'." You said she has to act crazy even on the job. I get it. Yeah, that's kind of a dangerous job, I heard. Yeah, celebrity mates started saying that. Now everybody repeating it. "Max, come get your girl, man." Cause the reason why they say that, when she getting in, me and her just be talking, and she was like, yo, Max, I'll be right back," and then she went right over to Tisa, yo. She's like, "I'll be right back. I see somebody. I see somebody. I got a beef with." Then she just started banging on her while she was live, just banging on her, man. She was like, "Yo, Max, I'll be right back." You know what I'm saying? And then she went over there and banged on Tisa, man. That's what she did. So I think people think I know her, yo. I'm like, I don't. Yo, she said she had you shook one day. And I was sitting next to her because me and her were talking. I said, when your work schedule? She said, "Yo, I work nights." But she said, "I'm off this week." She said, she was like, "I went to the Jelaine Maxwell trial too." She said, "They know me in here." Yeah, I know Tisa just moved around, but she was following her. Yeah. You said find out what train line. I can ask her. No, I'm not gonna ask her that. Chantel said Max do like him crazy as hell. And she's like, "Yo, Max, I'll be right back. I see her. I gotta go holler at her. I don't like her." Yep. She got on Tisa Tails, man. She getting on everybody that's against Diddy. I believe she watch everybody live chats and she take note. You know, somebody said that they do have them in there. You said she must be on the cover. They do have them in there. They be in plain clothes. She be crashing out like how Hassan used to do. And then people got to hold her back. It's a whole big production. Somebody like, you know how like you, come on, walk with me. You know how people put their arm around you, come on, walk with me, yo. And then they walk with her. And she's like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck. Yo, I'm like, man. She said, Denat was like, why are you mad at me? Because you said my pee smell. You said I got a smelly pee. That's what you said to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what you said. Yo, where did she come from, man? Yeah, and she remembered it. She remembered how he was just, but they hugged it out, Cotton Nicole. They hugged it out. They hugged it out. Man, listen. She got she straight up got raw up in there with Diddy, yo. I knew she was she was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get up in there. She said, yo, you trying to get up in there with Diddy? I said, not really. She said, you can just walk in there, yo. Fuck these people. That's what she told me. She was like, yo, man. She said, why are we waiting online? That don't make sense. When you could just go to the floor and just take a seat. She said, let's just walk in that bitch, gangster style. She said this to me. Yo, people think I know her, yo, man. That's messed up, man. Y'all leave her alone, yo. You said, did I see the woman who ran up on Armand? Yeah. That she claimed to have beef with him. I think he know who she is. And there's another lady out there. There's another lady out there. They tried to interview her yesterday and they kept asking, well, who assaulted you? She couldn't say. They said, man, you lying. You making a story up. She crazy too, but I ain't gonna say. Yeah, she was like this, yo, Max, yo. She said, do this make sense to you? She said, we just waiting online. Let's just walk up in that bitch. I said, yo, I'm not doing that. She said, why not? She said, they said they only got 14 seats. Just squeeze with somebody. Just squeeze in. Fuck that. She said, oh, just sit in the back. That's what she told me. I'm just going to go in and sit in the back, yo. She said it just like that. Yeah, there's at least 3 of them, Angel, out there. And there's 2 dudes out there, too. There's one dude, he was a ballerina yesterday in the middle of the street. He was voguing and being a ballerina. He was fabulous. He was zesty. He's out there being a ballerina yesterday. Free puff. He said, free puff, bitch. Free puff, bitch. Free puff. And he out there being a ballerina. And meanwhile, Kendall was like, yeah, fuck that. She told me that one day. She said, yo, I'm just going to, she said, watch me. I'm just going to roll up in that bitch. And I said, yeah. She said, yeah, because when they take a break, they all just quickly go back up there. She said, she said, all you got to do, she said, just go on the floor and just walk in and go in the back. She said, fuck staying online, B. Fuck that. And I said, you really going to, she said, fuck yeah. And she did that, yo. She's 100. She really did do it. She went in there and sat down, yo, in Puff's joint. She did. No, I'm not going to Jesus. I'm not going to. Is this the Jesus from back in the day? No, I'm not going to do that. She was like, fuck that, yo. She said, just go on the 26th floor and just go in the courtroom and sit down. What they gonna say to you? Because they scared of her. They not gonna tell her to get up. Like I'm talking about the regular reporters. They scared of her. So they not gonna tell her to get up. And she just sat there, yo. And then as soon as Diddy came in, the judge, and she set it off. She set it off, yo. No, they don't. No. You could just walk in, celebrity. The guards be at the door, but it ain't nothing they could do. She just went and had a seat. That's all you gotta do is first come, first serve, really. And she just sat down. That's what she did. But celebrity, they didn't stop her though. They did not stop her. She walked in and sat down and just sat there. And then as soon as they started their business, she just set it off, yo. Hey, yo, Puff. Just like that. Hey, yo, Puff. And Puff turned around because he was like, what the fuck? Like, turned around. Yo, Puff. Man, these people coming for you, man. And the judge was like, please, guards, get her out of here. Nah, fuck that. Get off me. You know what I'm saying? Get off me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, get off me. And she was like, pull your gun out then. Pull your gun out. Yo, man, that lady is crazy, man. Yo, man. And then, they had her. And she's like, yo, Pup, they laughing at you, B. Laughing at you. In the overflow. And he was just kind of shaking his head. She is unhinged, yo. She don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you. And sometimes she be driving. Because I saw her. I was like, yo, that's her whip? Maybe it's somebody else's. I don't know. It's brand spanking new, though. It's a foreign, put it that way. Brand spanking new. So I don't know her story. I don't. You said she sound like a bully? Yeah, but the way she be barking, though. She gets, like, right up in your space and barking at you. It's like she banging on people, man. I call her C. I say, yo, C, man, come over here, man. Chill. No, fuck that, man. Fuck that. Fuck that. Let me go over there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, I'll be right here. She kind of walk over there with that walk, like that. You know how Hassan be walking? That's how she be walking. And she banging. It's crazy. She from I'm not sure. I think she from Brooklyn. Somewhere in Brooklyn. Up to 158 years. She been doing it a long time, Angel. She been a conductor for many years. I know it's over 15. I know she was talking about it. And she was like, you know what she told me why she why she keep getting mad? Because she said she feel like he getting set up. And she was like, these people is out here just for a money grab. And she said, I don't like my brother getting treated like that. That's why she's like, I'm mad about it. Ain't nothing wrong with me. She said, I'm just mad about this shit. And she said, we don't stay on code. She said, we need to stay on code, yo. And she said, we not staying on code. And then she's like mad, but she's fuming over it. That's why she mad. She ain't nothing wrong with her. She mad, though. She like mad at people from being out there. And all the people that talk bad on Diddy, she just banging on them, yo. One by one. And then she banged on the knock for what he did to Gene. No, she been like that with me since day one. Since day one when I met her. We've been kicking it from day one. That's for sure. And I'm like, tell yo, chill, man. Yo, she's like, nah, fuck that. Fuck that, man. Um, I that's my outcome. My outcome is a hung jury. That's my outcome. But it's still kind of too early to get my outcome. But I think a hung jury. Well, she did meet that next level crazy. Simply, it was a dude that he said, "Yo, you get in my face one more time, I'm gonna lay you out in the street." And I hit women. He said that to her. And then she like, "Oh shit." And then she came over back where we were at. She was like, "Yo, this dude crazy over there, yo." I said, "Why are you in his face?" She was like, "I didn't think he was gonna act like that." She said, "I'm about to get up out of here." And then she walked towards where I was walking. So she was parked somewhere. She was like, "I'm about to get up out of here." And she was like, "That dude, he said he's gonna lay me out." He said she's a big bully. Yo, it's on my channel. It's an upload I did. Go check it out. She kind of remind me of Hassan Campbell. Yeah, he can demand bail if it's a hung jury, but more than likely they're not going to give it to him. He can also negotiate for the better deal, but they're going to definitely try him again, right? And what happens if he get another hung jury? They try the third time. What if they try the third time, he get another hung jury? At that point, I don't know if they're going to keep wasting money. That means their strategy is not working. That's what that means. You said you got to see Miss MTA lady. Yeah, after that dude banged on her like that, she got quiet and she left. She was like, "This shit ain't worth it." She's like, "Yo, I catch you tomorrow." She said, "This shit ain't worth it right here." I wanted to be like, "Why were you in his face?" Yeah, she got up out of there. Yeah, mistrials allow for both sides to fix holes in their evidence. It does mirror it, Gamer Girl. He said she thought she was gonna bang on him. Nah, it was the other way around. And she got up out of there. Yeah, I'm glad to get the experience. Yeah, for sure. I'm learning a lot just by going there every day. Yeah, Coco, she said she mad because she said we're not on code with each other. And she was like, we just not on code. We just sitting here okay with him being torn down. And she mad about it. And she banged on this lady. She banged on, I think, the CNN lady. She banged on the CNN lady right in the courtroom, yo. That was hilarious. That lady looked scared. I felt sorry for her. She was so scared. The lady said, "Can you please not talk?" She said, "What you gonna do?" She said, "Yeah, I'm gonna talk." And she sat right in back of her. That lady was like, you could see like she was like terrified. and then the guy asked her to leave. She either banged on one of the ladies from CNN or I forget Headline News, one of them. You said she's a worldwide platform bully. You said she's a worldwide platform bully. Yeah, she don't care, man. I'm gonna record it tomorrow, T Breeze. I recorded some of it. It's on my channel now. You could go see it. It's on my channel now. I upload not my lives, my regular videos. You go check. Nah, she don't discriminate, white or black. She don't care, yo. Nope, she don't discriminate. They didn't say who gave the tape. One of them did it though. But guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be back a little later. I will contact you out a little later. I'm gonna come back with another one. Give you some more behind the scenes. All right, y'all. You said it was Alex. I don't know. All right, y'all. Catch y'all later.